Yeah. Yeah. Roll up the green, hit the links with RGB. Pitch, putt, and puff, it's our podcast scene. Talking Burt and Bogies, hole in one dream. Golf cart cruising, we're the illest team. Pitch, putt, and puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazards and hard times, we know it's tough, but we live for the game, fam, that's our stuff. Got my clubs in the trunk, blunt in the front. Tee off in the noon, cause we don't bunt. Discuss in the course, weed strains for lunch. Straight shooters on the greens, not a front. Pitch, put and puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazards and hard times, we know it's tough, but we live for the game, fam, that's our stuff. Smoking aces, laces tied tight. With a puff we fly, elevate the night. Golf ball soaring, higher than a kite. Fairway to heaven, shining real bright. Pitch, put and puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazards and hard times, we know it's tough, but we live for the game, fam, that's our stuff.
And welcome back to another episode of the Pitch, Putt, and Puff podcast. My name is Roger, aka RGB. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Before we get rolling tonight, going to give a shout out to a few sponsors, starting off with Athletic, ATHLETHC.com. When you guys are over there, make sure you use promo code PUFF. Save yourself 10% at checkout. Athletic offers you the 2 milligram microdose THC mint. I highly recommend the variety pack where you can get the power, the flow, and the rebound. Find the one that best suits your needs and go from there. These are great for everyday use. Go check them out. Athletic, ATHLETHC.com. Use promo code PUFF to get a special discount over there. Also, we got Mulligan Wear. Make sure you guys go check out Mulligan Wear _ on Instagram. Click the link in the bio. Bring you right to his site where you can find some dope hats, hoodies, polos, anything you need on the golf course. Go check them out over at Mulligan Wear _ on Instagram. Click the link in the bio. I highly recommend the hoodie. Cold weather's already hitting us here, so go make sure you guys go check them out. Use promo code PUFF10. PUFF10 will save you 10% at checkout. And then we got my guys over at thepuffpack.co. Go check out the puffpack.co. This is the perfect thing for the golf course. You got your front nine, your back nine. It's a 2-joint holder with a lighter. Literally perfect for the golf course, everyday use, concerts, camping. I'm telling you, every single day you can use this thing. Go check out the puffpack.co. Go check them out on Instagram. Go check them out, puffpack.co, and make sure you guys order yours and use promo code PUFF20. PUFF20 will save you 20%. It's something I promise you will use all the time if you're a joint or blunt person for sure. And then last but not least, we got Back Nine Botanicals. Make sure you guys go check out back9botanicals.com. Use promo code TPUFF10. TPUFF10 will save you 10% at checkout. Now, Back Nine Botanicals, the leaders in the CBD game, especially in the golf world. They got your Moonlight Mulligan, your Birdie Boost, your Tea Time Sunrise, your Players Blend for the gummies. They got the THC shooters, the fruit, tropical or the passion fruit, the strawberry, the orange. So go check them out. You got any aches and pains, the muscle and joint rub stick. I'm telling you, these guys got it all. Go check them out, back9botanicals.com. If you're looking for some merch, some hats, t-shirts, golf towels, they got that as well. Back9botanicals.com. Use promo code TPUFF10. TPUFF10 will save you 10% at checkout. Now we're going to get into it, the recap show. We're going to get into today's round. Windy round, tough pin placements, a typical Sunday at Frear Park. I mean, let me talk about Frear Park real quick. It is mid-October, and this course looks immaculate. Definitely, the track's running like it's July. Greens are super fast. The course is green as can be. A little bit of a slow play kind of today, but wasn't too bad. As expected, a full course, which is great to see at this time of year. I mean, people are really coming out. A lot of people have experienced a tournament or two up there this year, and they find their way back to the course. So, shout out to the crew over there, Greg and company, Maddie. Awesome job with the course this year. It is absolutely immaculate, and really looking forward to rounding out the year. Going to play in the 4 Club on this Friday, Impossible Pin 4 Club tournament, so that's always a great time. And then we'll have a few more weekends of the Pitch, Putt, and Puff. Probably looking at mid-November. We'll be closing the course up there, probably about 4 weeks. tradition, me, Bub, and Fairway the past few years have shut the gates on the course, the last group off. So hopefully we keep that going again this year out there. But today's round was tough. It was windy. Wind picked up pretty much as soon as we got to the tee box, so wasn't as enjoyable as we thought. You know, we seen 70 degrees. We were all excited about that, but once it got down to tee time, that wind picked up to good at least 20 miles per hour. So definitely affecting some shots. Even some putts were getting pushed around a little bit due to the wind, but not too many low scores. So my group today was me, Bogey, at Parisi, and his brother Vinny. Um, wasn't the best golf out of our group, especially on the front nine. Really tough front nine. It was kind of that way for everybody. The second hole, especially, Bub was the only one to par the second hole today. Very tough pin placement. Guys are the group in front of us: Jay, Hank, Charlie, and Anthony from upstate. Those guys, they went 6, 6, and a 5. Same thing with the group behind them. It was Kev, Brad, Kirk, and Fairway 6, 6, 4, 4, and then our group was 5, 3, 6, 6. So not a pretty hole to start the day. That's where, and it was crazy because the course is usually backed up big time on the 5th hole, but today it was on the second hole, extremely backed up. 2, 3 groups waiting on the second hole just because of how difficult the pin placement is. And it's the same thing with 8. It's kind of getting a little gimmicky at sometimes where they put these pins on Sunday. The ball's rolling up, just about to drop into the cup, where it stops for a half a second and then rolls back down to your feet. So overall, it's getting a little crazy out there, but it is the challenge of the course, as we understand. People that play Frear Park understand that, but outsiders coming there are probably like, holy shit, this is crazy. And the one thing that really starting to drive me nuts is when you do miss a putt, lip outs. We had like 3 lip outs today. That literally went around the cup and spun back to our feet. Or just a miss where you know, a little bit too soft, a little bit too hard. The penalty you get for missing isn't like 5, 6 inches. It's you go past the cup where normally you think it would stop, and then it continues to roll 3 to 4 feet. And that's the frustrating thing, because you're not setting yourself up with a nice look on a comeback par or bogey to save the hole. So some of those putts out there, that's what cost me a few strokes. I know it cost Parisi a couple early on, his brother as well. Didn't really get a chance to see too much of the other groups. We did see a little bit of Hank, Charlie, Jay, and Ant on the second and third holes getting off the tee. Got some good videos of those guys. They all got off the tee pretty well there. And still, like I said, they got off the tee good, but ended up struggling on the greens. So the greens is always a challenge at Frear. But we'll run down the scores real quick. Coming in at the low was Hank today. Hank shot a good one. Hank's built for that type of play. Doesn't find himself in trouble. Keeps the ball nice and low. Wind isn't a big factor with him. So he went 44-39 for an 83, a solid back nine from Hank with the 83. Even put up a 44 with an 8 on the card on the third hole. So impressive round from Hank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hank had 9 pars in a row at one point. Until he got to 15, he caught himself a bogey. So from the 7th, holy shit. I take that back. From the 6th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 9. From the 6th hole to the 14th hole, Hank was playing even golf. Holy shit. Shout out Hank. That's a really impressive round. I'm just noticing on the card here. No birdies on his round, but still put away at 83. JR found himself with a 49 on his best front and a 42 for a 91, but did scrape away a birdie on 15. Unfortunately, he was canceled out by Parisi. Also found himself a birdie on 15. He did pick up a skin early on the 5th hole with a birdie. Had a great tee shot. Nice little approach shot. Found himself with a tough downhill, about 3-4 foot putt. Very tricky putt, but ended up in the back of the cup. And then Anthony found himself on the 6th hole, snagging a birdie as well. So Anthony, back-to-back weeks, grabbing some skins to at least win his cash back. Shout out to Upstate Anthony there. He shot at 88 today, 47 on the front with a 41 on the back. Way to turn it around and pick up a solid performance. The 7th hole got to him a little bit on the front. and just bounced his way with a little bit of couple mixed in some pars with a couple bogeys. Didn't find himself in too much trouble on the back. Charlie, a little bit better performance. He's been playing better. Charlie shot 100, but 52-49. It's always good to see when someone's out there and they have a struggle on the front, but they start to put it together on the back. I already went over Kev, and then actually, you already talked about Jay. So Kev 47 for 94. Kev's been playing some really solid golf all year. Him and Fairway have their little side bets going, which is always fun to watch. Looks like Kev took that home today. Won the front and they split the back. So Kev won the cash. Scrounge was out there. Scrounge put up a 50 on the front. None of the scores on the front were relatively good besides Hank and Parisi, 44 and 43. Like a 43 was the best score on the front. Front was playing very difficult today, but a lot of turnarounds on the back where you're seeing some 43s. I had a 44 in the back. Bub with a 43. Parisi with a 42. Hank, obviously, with the 39. And Jay and Anthony, 42 and 41. So the back nine is really where the guys turned it on. Started locking in. I think once everybody seen the scores on the front, it was like, shit, man, if we want to put ourselves in any type of contention here, we gotta make something happen. So good round overall. Let's see, we got Kirk. Kirk also put up a 50 on the front. Struggled a little bit early on. Same as me. Me and Kirk both pretty much did the same thing to start. And then couple shitty holes on the back, but even himself out with a 46 for a 96 on the day. And then Fairway Mike. So I heard Fairway started off the day with a par, making like a 30-plus foot putt. He's been playing lights out with the putter. The putter is he made a couple adjustments and he hasn't three-putted. I haven't seen him three-putt in 4 rounds. I don't know how he made out today. I didn't get a chance to really talk to him after the round, but it is it's impressive to see the turnaround he's making. I mean, I know I bust his balls because I was the one who gave him the tips and such, but it's making a big difference on the course, not necessarily on the scorecard right now because he's got a lot of other shit he's working on, but around the greens, he's saving strokes big time. But definitely lives up to his name, Fairway Mike. He's always down the middle, finding himself in the fairway, pretty much automatic off the tee. And now that he's starting to find that stroke with the putter, no diddy, he is. I really think he's going to turn it around, either if it's to close out the year here or if he puts like I said, he puts the time in this off season to get it done. I want to give a shout out to Vinny jumping on. Last night we were down a guy. So we were looking for one. Parisi's brother jumped out. One of the funniest dudes ever. We had a great time out there. It was me, Bogey, Parisi, and his brother. Just funny dudes. Didn't have the best round, but to come out there and just have a good time and still wasn't pissed off, wasn't throwing clubs, was out there just having fun. Always welcome back. Hopefully that the next time you come out there, the pin placements are a little bit better. Of course, windy conditions aren't as bad and score gets a little bit better for you. But shout out to Vinny for coming out. So, like I said earlier, the greens were rolling. They're rolling true. Frear Park is in immaculate shape. Got to give a shout out to that. They're firm, they're fair, but if you miss your line, you're going to pay for it. So you got to really lock in with the short game and the putters, even with the chipping. And when you're chipping, you're going to get a lot of run out that you might not have expected. So be ready for some tough shots and make sure you're making those up and downs for pars or saving bogeys, whatever the case may be. I know I burned a lot of edges today, came up short on some putts. There was a lot of putts that looked like they were about to drop and then last second just dipped away from the hole. So a lot of frustration on the greens for a lot of us out there. Jay was dialed in on the back. Like I said, with the 42, snatching a bird. Jay's always out there looking to, if he's not going to have his best score, he's looking to try to score and put in a birdie to grab a skin. But the performance I'm really impressed with here today, though, is Hank, man. Nine pars in a row to play even golf for 9 holes is very impressive. 83. Those couple tough holes where he had to start with he started off bogey, double, triple, or no, double par, excuse me. So right there got off to a bumpy start, but from the 6th hole on, he just put his foot on the gas and didn't look back, man. I mean, I think that's got to be his best streak ever. I know he mentioned before that he had a 6 par run previously, but this 9 pars in a row is, I mean, that's definitely very impressive to see. Hank's been playing really consistent golf. Like I said, I moved him up in the rankings a few weeks ago. He's got that 3rd spot locked up. I mean, now with rounds like this and some solid movement in the power rankings, where could he possibly make his way up to that 2 spot? Could he start to put a little bit of pressure on Bogey and maybe put up some contention for that 1? I mean, if when he gets there to the seniors, it's definitely going to be a possibility of moving him up to that number 1 spot, because it's going to be a game changer for him. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Excited to find out where things go here, but got a couple more weeks, man. We got a couple more weeks at Frear, at least. Hopefully we'll get to a little bit past usually around Veterans Day is when the course closes up, but even at that point, with a late Thanksgiving this year, hopefully weather holds off a little bit and we can keep it open a few more weeks. If not, we will take, like I said, take our talents to a different course, maybe get out to Eagle Crest like we did the past couple of years. I'm also thinking about going somewhere different, to maybe possibly Old Post Road. We'll mix in, maybe try to get up there, see what that's all about. I know they got the cool island green. Last time I played there, though, the greens were punched, fairways weren't greatest conditions. So that's a possibility. Winding Brook, I'm always a big fan of Winding Brook. Nice challenging course, good layout. Same thing, as long as there's not crazy aeration, which you're going to get at that time of year. So I don't know. We'll figure it out as the time comes. But got another busy week on the Pitch Putt and Puff. Hoping to have my man Paul from Breakfast Connection on at some point this week. We're going to have, speaking of the puffs, we're going to go with the puff of the night. We got the Jaunty here. We're going Jaunty. Boom. We have the Rainbow Sherbet. I picked this up the other day at the Greenhouse Dispensary, who will be our guest later on this week. We'll have Manny on from the Greenhouse Dispensary. I'm going to be talking about their upcoming Halloween event on the 25th, this Saturday. So I'm going to have them on as a guest for Friday's episode, and we'll do a little bit of a weekend preview attached to that as well. And then we'll mix in a Wednesday episode here for you. So once again, appreciate everybody tuning in to the Pitch Putt and Puff podcast. Make sure you guys go check out our sponsors. We got an Athletic, ATHLETHC.com. You have the 2 milligram microdose mints. Once again, go check out the variety pack where you can get the power, the flow, and the rebound. Find the one that best suits your needs and slowly work your way into the cannabis game. Also, we have the Puff Pack. Go check out the puffpack.co. The perfect carrier for your joints, blunts, whatever the case may be. It fits a lighter right in there. So you got everything you need on the go with the puffpack.co. Use promo code PUFF20 to save yourself 20% at checkout. And then also Mulliganware _ on Instagram. Click the link in the bio. He's got hats, polos, hoodies, you name it, whatever you need for the golf course, he's got you covered. Go check him out. Go get your hands on the hoodie. Perfect for this fall weather. Great price, great quality, and the flexibility. You're not going to get any restrictions when you're wearing the hoodie out there. So go check them out. Mulliganware _ Click the link in the bio. When you're over there, use promo code PUFF10 to save yourself 10% at checkout. And then, of course, back9botanicals.com. Go over there, check them out. They got the best CBD in the game, especially for golfers. They got the Moonlight Mulligan, the Birdie Boost, the Tea Time Sunrise, the Player's Blend if you're looking for the CBD gummies, any aches and pains, and you need that muscle and joint. CBD, use the muscle and joint stick. Perfect for any aches and pains out there. I throw mine right in my golf bag. Use it all the time. So go over there, check them out. If you need some hats, golf towels, golf balls, you can use promo code TPUFF10. TPUFF10 will save you 10% at checkout. Once again, appreciate everybody tuning in to the Pitch Putt and Puff podcast. We will see you on Wednesday with another episode, and we'll catch you then.
Yeah. Roll up the green, hit the links with RGB. Pitch Putt and Puff, it's our podcast scene. Talking Burt and Bogies, home in one dream. Golf cart cruising, we're the illest team. Pitch Putt and Puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazards and hard times, we know it's tough, but we live for the game, fam, that's our stuff. Got my clubs in the trunk, blunt in the front, tee off in the noon, cause we don't bunt. Discuss in the course, weed strains for lunch. Straight shooters on the greens, not a front. Pitch, put and puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazards and hard times, we know it's tough, but we live for the game, fam, that's our stuff. Smoking aces, laces tied tight. With a puff we fly, elevate the night. Golf ball soaring, higher than a kite. Fairway to heaven, shining real bright. Pitch, put and puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazard